3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Stories from the Unbound Shores. Where we last left off, our intrepid party had made their way through a set of manticores and found some treasure in their
Chimera?
Chimera. Is that
You
not?
said minotaurs.
No, you said manticores?
Yeah, that's the different. That's the other thing. That's the thing you fought for, but not these things. Sorry. Yeah, Chimera. I'm tired, apparently.
Chimera.
Hey, me too.
So, regardless, you did find the Chimera lair and recover some interesting bits and bobs from the treasure hoard, including what appears to be, well, that's what the character knows, so I'll just, a very pristine-looking rod with a button on one side. There was an egg, which I believe was left Nightmare to be eaten, and a warded box. At least assumed to be warded, as abjuration was found on it, as I recall.
That sounds correct.
Yeah. Strong abjuration.
I might have a note on it. Hang on. Let me just double check here.
Iron cylindrical case. Abjuration, parentheses, strong.
Oh, yeah. Mine says cylindrical rusted iron case with a blank because we haven't been given the information when I was writing the note. So, strong abjuration.
Haha.
Got it now. And the button rod. So, are we going to push the button?
I mean, you can.
Okay. If there is no objection, I will stand perhaps 30 feet that way and see what it does.
I'm watching. I might pull out my notebook.
Whee. Why am I flying, though?
I don't recall.
Me either. I'm flying. Ah! Okay. I'm going to hold up the rod in front of me, between me and the, Actually, I'm going to turn around so that I am between it and the caravan. And then I'm going to hold up my other hand, and I'm going to just count down my fingers from 5 to 0. And on 0, I'm going to hit the button while holding it in the air.
Alright. You know what it is.
Yeah.
So you may describe it how you wish.
I imagine that he holds it up in the air, presses the button, seems to kind of like brace again in case it explodes, and after a couple seconds nothing seems to happen. You see, his counting hand goes down to his side, and you see like his shoulder kind of bounce as he tries to retract the rod, and it doesn't move. And there's a kind of a moment where he's like kind of just tugging on it, and then he puts his other hand up there and he tugs against it, and then he lets go, thinking maybe his hand is stuck to it, and it's not, and the rod remains in the air. He's gonna turn with it still floating over his head. He's gonna turn back to Melisari and just point at it.
Melisari is looking at it with her head slightly tilted.
It is stuck in the air. He's gonna reach up and push the button again, and you'll see his hand suddenly comes back down and... Oh. You're gonna put it back up, like, sideways and hit the button and let go, and it's gonna be a horizontal thing. And then he's gonna do pull-ups. After a set of pull-ups, he's gonna click the button and then walk back over with it and say, "It does not appear to be dangerous. I think it is just some sort of fancy magical exercise equipment."
I don't know about exercise equipment, but...
He sticks it in the air and does another set of pull-ups in front of you.
I mean, you can certainly use it that way.
He'll unstick it and hand it over to you and say, "How would you use such a thing?" Maybe as a coat rack, hang your hat on it. You do not wear a hat.
My cloak, though.
It's clearly
But
magical,
he'll
and it can hold
Take it
the...
from you and, hang on to it. Well, it could have been useful if we were to fall into that chasm earlier. Slow our fall, or be able to hold on in midair.
The equipment I carry is very heavy, and yet I could not move this bar once it was placed in the air. I think perhaps it does not slow falls, I think it just stops. Which, could be good.
No, I know. Lets you stop your descent for a moment and figure out your other options.
Or it could break your arm.
Well, you would want to use it early in your fall.
I'm certain we will find a use for such a thing.
She's gonna hand it back over to you.
But for now, he's gonna, spin it in his palm and then return it to the bag of holding. Exercise equipment.
And she snorts.
If you need to hang up your cloak, you may, of course, use it.
She gives the impression of trying not to laugh.
He smiles to himself, satisfied. Where's Aurelian?
Where is Aurelian?
Where is Aurelian?
Where in the world is Aurelian?
Man, I bet he's got a good hat.
Probably. He's a bard after all, right?
He thinks he is. He's the barbarian. Alright then. I need one of those stage hooks to get him over here. Since he's running from the spotlight. We can continue the caravan's way to our destination, yes?
I do believe so.
Right.
Reassemble the caravan.
We reassemble the caravan and move on.
There had been, in the last session, some desire to identify the other object.
Yeah, I think we were going to do that once the caravan was moving, since we're not needed to make that happen, but we can hold things up otherwise.
Alright, just wanted to make sure that wasn't forgotten in session transitions here.
The iron box with abjuration, we still don't know what it is, so pull that, as the metal rod goes in and the caravan begins moving.
One other thing worth reminding is that you also became aware of sinkholes in the area, and while there are none left unexposed on this particular map, it could be a thing worth mentioning to those doing driving.
Okay, then we do that. I know that we had gone and checked the southern archway out of this thing, and it did not have a sinkhole, but, and I will let the main caravan driver know about that and how large and deep the one we did find was, and to be on the lookout. Or perhaps have somebody walking ahead or something with a grapple, in case they fall in. But I imagine that they know their business, and I don't need to tell it to them.
Indeed. And with last session matters dealt with, unless there's a particular reason you don't want the caravan on the road, they're going to start getting moving again.
That is what we want. Right, Aurelion?
Mm-hmm. Get this thing on the road.
Get the road on the show.
Again.
Get the road
Alright.
again.
And so, with the caravan rolling, he's going to open the bag of holding again and extract the metal case and clank it onto the floor of the wagon we're sitting in between the three of us. And say, alright. Now that we are moving, perhaps Miss Melisari would like to identify this thing so we do not endanger anyone. Maybe perhaps find out how to open it.
Yeah, she's reaching toward it already. How big is it? Like, how much of a plank did it make and it dropped to the ground? Size and weight.
I was muted.
Aha!
I was about to start making up numbers.
I don't have an exact number for its weight, but it's not huge, but it's not small either. Like, you're not gonna fit it in a pocket, but you could probably pretty easily fit it in like a backpack or strap it to the side of one.
And it's cylindrical?
Correct.
Does it have any obvious seams on it?
Yeah, it's like a thing that's made to be open. Like, it appears to be like a cylindrical lockbox, for lack of a better word.
Like a hat box.
Well,
But skinnier?
that's a lot wider. This is like a big tube,
Like a map tube.
something like that. Yeah.
Or a scroll case?
So, I guess, just so, and I know it probably doesn't matter, but right now my brain's locked on details. So, the way that it opens is like a cap on the end, or does it like split down the middle and open via hinge? I killed him.
Down the middle via hinge.
Okay, so it's like a clamshell.
So probably not a scroll case.
Is there a keyhole?
There does not appear to be.
Are there buttons or a latch of any kind?
There is a latch.
And I imagine that if I try to work it with my fingers, nothing happens.
Do you try to
You
work
probably
it with
don't
your
wanna
fingers?
do that.
No. I suppose I don't. I just was assuming things, and I should not do that. Like, he reaches for it to wiggle it, and like, slap his hand. Like, sorry. I assumed it would not work.
Yeah,
Please
the problem
continue.
is when it does work.
Indeed. My apologies.
I will begin to cast Identify. And it will be done 11 minutes later.
Oh man, we
Okay.
could get a card game out of the way. Aurelion, you want to play cards with me?
Am I good at cards?
I don't
Guess
know.
we'll find
I
out.
don't think I am either.
Find out. I made the mistake of not writing down what was causing it, so I have to go re-find it. 'Cause I know it wasn't general, but I find the exact name of it.
Very nice.
Yeah, we don't have to play for anything in particular. I just want to know how to play cards. I have this deck. I picked it up in Arcosia. It had dragons on it. Come, teach me a game.
I've played a few games in my time.
Alright, teach one to me. Come on. We've got 11 minutes to wait.
And I'm going to teach him some game that I know. But I'm not.
Alright.
Are you trying to teach him, or just enough to make him to get him to play so you can, clean him out if there's any gambling involved?
Teach him. Like, what I know about whatever game it is we used to play.
Nice.
So we sort of hold
Alrighty. So, well, sorry, you will identify the spell Cliff of Warding that has been cast on it. Would it identify what's in the glyph? Do you think? 'Cause that I'm not sure about.
Hang on.
It tells you how a thing functions. So, I think so.
Okay.
Because it's
I'm
not
good with that.
like a
I'm good with that
cursed
argument.
object. It is a spell, and it is telling you how the spell works.
You have found a Glyph of Warding with the spell Imprisonment set in it.
Oh.
And so if I have these cards, that is, what did you say? Jinn?
Hang on a second.
Kill me.
No.
You'll find it under 9th level Alteration spells.
Wait, did I do it wrong?
Who's talking now to whom?
What cards do you have?
Okay. So I show my hand. I go, these don't make anything.
Oh,
These are useless.
what about mine?
I point to like, those two there are alright, but the rest of them don't do anything.
Oh. I will keep these ones, and you can have these. Card games are difficult. I like
Is that
the...
my connection crapping out, or...
Maybe. You sound fine to me. What is happening?
What's happening?
I don't know. I think Thomas is having a problem.
Oh.
Well, no, you were dropping out for me, and I didn't know if it was my connection, your connection.
I mean, you, like I said, you sounded fine to me, so I don't know.
Oh.
Well, I couldn't hear you.
You both sounded fine to me.
Wild.
You know, to the extent that I was able to pay attention.
Did you get the
Well,
information on the thing? Sorry. I was just trying to do background card bullshit while you were getting that info.
Yeah, no, I'm reading it
Okay.
and feeling concerned.
I think my favorite part, the pictures of the dragons on the cards. I think they are very nicely made. And look, this one is Jezrien.
Okay, so because it is a glyph of warding with the spell imprisonment cast into it, I'm gonna guess, or I'm gonna assume that imprisonment is not currently active, correct? Like this is probably not currently imprisoning a creature.
Not currently.
Okay, good.
Are you
It is the spell
familiar
which
with how
the
Glyph of Warding...
Glyph of Warding will release.
Yeah, that's. Wait, what?
Go ahead, Derek.
I said it is the spell that Glyph of Warding will release.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I thought so. I just wanted to make sure.
Glyph of Warding is the spring, and imprisonment is the trap.
Yeah.
If you spring it, then it casts imprisonment on you.
Okay.
Or whoever springs it. You should probably have also gotten the trigger for the Glyph of Warding out of the Identify.
Sure. That would be opening the box.
Cool. So what does imprisonment do? Can you release the person who is imprisoned?
When it's cast, you set a condition for the imprisonment to end. So that's curious.
What if you counterspell it when it is triggered?
It's a very high level spell, so countering it is risky, or attempting to counter it is risky.
What if you dispel magic?
It can only be dispelled if you cast it at a certain level. That is a weird.
Well, there's a slight caveat to that. Because that spell isn't cast yet. It's stored. The spell that's storing it can be dispelled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was planning on doing that.
Oh.
I was just kind of working my way through the whole thing.
Let's see.
But he was asking about imprisonment, so...
I thought if I imprison myself, perhaps it's not so bad if you can free me. I do not know how imprisonment quite works.
Anyway, I'm also kind of... I'm working through... the process.
Well, let me know
Like,
if there
I'm
is
very curious what the condition would be. Oh, like, okay, but... sorry, hang on. Wait, but it says you can store a prepared spell of 3rd level or lower.
Casting.
What?
You can upcast Glyph of Warding, so you can store a higher level spell in it.
But
I see.
yeah.
Oh, fuck. That means that the dispel is still going to be a challenge.
I have great faith in you. Come. Do you know what level Glyph of Warding is? I'm sorry, imprisonment.
Imprisonment. Well, I mean, I would probably know, right? Based on all
I'll
this?
go with sure. I'll have that like as just put if I
You
don't.
could
see
always
why
roll
not.
Arcana.
Yeah, that too.
Whichever you'd like. But I will say, so this is kind of just gonna be a thing going forward. Like, if you're getting a strong reading, think 7th level or higher.
Yeah.
It's fine, you just need to roll a 17.
But I'm just... How does that work? The spell is not cast yet, which is when you would set the condition.
You cast the spell into the Glyph of Warding, and then the Glyph of Warding holds onto it.
I mean, yeah, but that was kind of not how Derek made it sound.
Sorry, it's kind of like it's like preparing to cast a spell on a later turn. You cast it and you hold it, so it's not cast yet, but it only requires basically a reaction to finish it.
Mm-hmm. So whenever you set up Glyph of Warding, you're spending 2 spell slots because you cast a spell into the Glyph of Warding.
Yeah.
Then when the Glyph of Warding goes off, it finishes it.
I don't want to meet whoever made this case.
Well, you definitely don't have... Well, I mean... Yeah, you definitely don't have to get it open.
What?
I said you definitely don't if you get it open.
Where does imprisonment send you?
Well... It can send you to... Sorry, hang on, my cat's trying to roll onto the keyboard.
Lift and toss.
No. I cannot wait until I have a bigger desk.
You'll still roll onto the keyboard.
Yeah, but I'll have more leeway to make her not be on the keyboard.
She will always be on the keyboard.
You know what?
I know cats.
He's right. They're assholes.
They really are. At any rate, I was gonna say, there are multiple options. Not all of them are ascending. There's a version for restraint, for sending you off to a little demiplane, for burying you in a little sphere underground, which really just kind of feels the same as a demiplane almost. Or functions similarly enough to the demiplane. Anyway, you can be shrunk down and imprisoned. Oh hey, is that what we did for Rajna?
It didn't exist in 4th edition.
Oh, okay.
But
No.
it's whatever you wanted. Yeah. It was a soul cage for all intents and purposes. Because it wasn't his body, it was just his soul. There is a spell called Soul Cage.
Or you can be put into a deep slumber.
Can you only be
Regardless.
woken up by a magical kiss from the person you love?
I mean, that would be one way of doing it, but I kind of doubt that, unless they had a good sense of humor, I suppose.
It would be
That
very
would be
terrible for
actual
me,
trigger.
otherwise no one I love.
Well, it's not exactly necessary for the story, apparently. At any rate. Well, I guess I attempted to spell it.
Cross my fingers for you. Wait, can I do more than cross my fingers? It might be... Do I have guidance? I bet I don't.
Nope.
Fucking don't.
He came to this exact conversation last time.
I cast Mage Hand, and Mage Hand crosses its fingers for you.
Oh my god.
I'm curious how you caught that.
From the headband.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. The invisible hand crosses its fingers.
Yeah.
Perhaps you can see it. I'm not actually sure.
I know it's doing it.
So is Mel already trying anything?
Probably.
I used
I
thaumaturgy
roll
to
what?
create
Just
mood
an
lighting.
int check?
As you're not an abjuration wizard, it is just your casting modifier. Which in this case is
yeah, yeah.
20.
My int. My int. And
If
20.
you don't have inspiration, please take it just for trying this.
I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Because I need to roll a 15 or higher.
Do you have any
You
omens?
have any portents rolls left?
I do not.
worth an ask.
Which is unfortunate, because that would have been a good one. I had a 17.
I have Bless, though.
What happens if I fail the Dispel, though? Like, nothing would happen, theoretically, right? I could just try again later.
Bless won't help. I mean, as long as whatever you did didn't set it off, then yeah, you could just try again later.
So long as you don't, so long as you don't somehow trigger it, you'd be fine. And from everything you know about it currently, you wouldn't trigger it.
Yeah.
Alright, Bless won't help. It's only for attack rolls and saving throws.
Alright.
I mean, if you want to use a first level spell to
do a
give her
cantrip.
a D4, yeah, if you want to use that, I'll let this be a special caster that's just for skill checks.
Yeah, I'll use a first level spell. As you prepare it, wait. And I quickly whisper a prayer to Illustrate, make a circle with my fingers, and then push it towards you, and a small glow as of moonlight passes off of my extended fingers over to you, and you see your hands begin to glow with moonlight.
I will follow it. And just kind of look at my hand, like, front and back, and go,
So now you get a d20 plus a d4 plus your int mod.
huzzah!
You gotta roll a 17.
No, I gotta roll a 15.
Okay.
Alright, hang on. There's no point in upcasting it, right? The upcast is only if it were to make it same level. Or...
The upcast would only matter if you can upcast tonight, since you know what level spell you're trying to get rid of.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. We got our D20s. Oh cool, I rolled a 16 on that, but just for shits and giggles. Also a 4, that's nice. 20 plus 24.
Yay!
Yay!
You just spelled a 14th level spell.
You have dispelled the glyph. I was kind of hoping it might take an attempt or two, but this is perfectly fine. The idea was to have you guys keep wolves inside all along, because I'm quite interested in what you'll do with that.
Wait, what?
You have dispelled it. You may open it if you like.
Illustrate be praised.
I'm nodding. And then, like, kind of holding it out in front of me, maybe even putting it on the ground. And I'll just kind of put my finger on the latch and look at you guys.
Eyebrows rocket skyward.
For later. Yeah, I'm pausing there and saying, or should we save it for later?
Definitely not.
Definitely not save it for later. Or definitely not open it.
The suspense is already killing me, Miss Melisari. Open it!
Okay, I open it.
Inside, you see a single scroll and a small gem.
A scroll and a gem.
What kind of a gem?
A ruby.
What's the scroll say?
That's not even my birthstone.
When you open it, you see what is the most intricate and beautifully scribed spell scroll that you've ever laid eyes on. Like, you're not sure what this thing is inked with. Could be like solid gold for all you know.
Baby blood.
Does it appear to be any language that I recognize?
Like, it is like pure, like it's likely Draconic, but it's like it's so much arcane notation that you're not sure. Like, the fact that it was attached to a language is almost irrelevant.
I see. So the runes are Draconic, but they make no sense to me whatsoever.
Oh, well, at least not without an Arcana check to at least, like, you probably couldn't. Well, I'll say this: you can't decipher the true meaning, but you can probably know enough with an Arcana check to figure out what this is.
It's a spell above your casting level.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe it's a wish.
That was my first thought too, but I feel like that would be too nice.
Maybe it's imprisonment.
It could be imprisonment. Double imprisonment! What does it mean?
It's starting to look like a triple imprisonment.
Alright, well let's roll that Arcana. My echo just said, sorry, I'm not sure about that.
And don't forget the D4 from your special bless.
It's true.
Wait, how long does that last?
A
Well-
minute.
Huh.
So I think that's both the runtime for guidance and bless.
Oh, ballsack.
It is definitely the time for bless.
That is a 14.
Well, that is what I set the DC at, because the point's not figuring out what it is, it's what you'll do with it. It is, in fact, a scroll of wish.
Oh, called it.
Neat.
I am curious what will happen if I give you exactly one use for that spell.
I wish we had 2 of these.
I don't think that's how it works.
And men can dream.
I mean, feel free to look into the spell. This spell is legendary enough that anyone who's done any kind of arcane study will have heard about it and its full detail, dreaming of one day being able to cast it, presumably.
Yeah.
So you may just look this up to go over the details.
Yeah, my eyes are widening as I, start to decipher these runes.
I know what I would wish for.
Did I actually say anything yet? Hmm.
No, but he also guessed earlier before you even know what it was.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Did I? Oh.
Anyway, my eyes widen and I go very still.
Well, what is it? Is it as good as wish?
She probably looked up at you actually when you said, I know what I would wish for.
he was just kind of looking off into the distance out the window as he said that, very clearly like thinking about what would wish for if he had a wish. Being whimsical. But now he's looking at you like, well, what is it? Is it as good as a wish spell?
You could say that.
And now we know why it was protected so well. So what is it?
She's gonna kind of do that, nodding shrug sort of thing, when you're kind of, nodding but bouncing your head back and forth. Wish.
Ça va?
What's this bouncing head thing?
It's a shrugging gesture. He's now just sort of staring into your eyes, slowly comprehending.
Yeah.
C'est impossible.
I shake my head slowly. Just unlikely. Very unlikely.
If military or Really, I would like to roll history to have some clues to where this might have come from. Feel free.
God damn it. 17. Oh wait, I get blessed still?
Sure. I mean, technically, I guess all of you could, because it's blessed, so I might as well leave it with the default number of creatures.
19.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
up to
what
3
does that do?
creatures.
Normally, it gives you a plus D4 to attack rolls and saving throws. But for this particular casting, we have let affect skill checks instead.
Illustrator
I
has
guess it
seen fit
actually-
to let me cast guidance as a first level spell.
Those additional targets.
And it adds a d4.
Correct.
Oh, come back here. $18.
Oh, nearly as good as Miss Melisari.
Nearly.
Oh, that must be... Oh, that must hurt.
A little bit. Hey man, I just spelled it first try. I can't complain about my rolls this session.
Illustrator be praised.
Aurelian rolls to dispel and just...
You did it. And it's even more impressive because he did it without magic.
Hmm. I cast rock.
I cast paper.
I cast iron.
So, what were the two rolls?
I got a
Oh my
19.
And what did Aurelion get?
18.
18?
Yes, it was an 18, but that... God, that was...
He's still upset about the cast iron.
So,
It was good, though.
you lot will be aware that a great many years ago, don't ask how many specifically,
Couple two tree.
the
100,000
the
million.
leader of Alm's Reach, the elven capital and thus leader of the elven people, had made had brokered a deal with one of the mage towers of the south for a scroll of wish. But it had never reached its destination, and had been, and those that were traveling with it never heard from, presumed to have been lost somewhere in the Blue Abyss, as it's called, the stretch of water between Dusk Bay and Arm's Reach, which is not often sailed due to being rather dangerous.
Somebody should put a bridge there.
Feel free to look at the map sometime,
I am. I was joking.
but there had been some payment up front and quite high tensions after a failed delivery, with there being a at least for a time, a bounty on the head of the wizard who still had a fair amount of the kingdom's money. But over the next couple decades, tensions cooled, bounties were removed or claimed. That was never really made clear. But the scroll was never found.
There are so many different options for what to do with this.
Options are quite literally limitless.
The leaders of what nation?
The Elven Nation, based out of Autumn Reach, in the northeastern continent.
Wait, what? Sorry, what was the question?
Which nation had commissioned this scroll be made?
Ah, yes.
And the only thing that I'm confused on, and maybe you can shed light on that, is why is it not known if the bounty was removed or claimed? Like, it must have been a pretty famous debacle.
Well, once the bounty was placed, the individual did his best to make himself scarce. So, what happened to him from that point on is unknown. But
Okay,
it
so the
became
wizard
less
disappeared.
advertised over
The
time.
wizard disappeared, may have been killed.
Correct.
Okay.
For all we know, he might be living in a demi-plane or a magnificent mansion to this day, not knowing the bounty had been removed.
And
So it was made by the wizard and sent off with someone else to get to Autumn Reach, sent off with a messenger to get to Autumn Reach.
Sounds like.
Something had... you're not sure of the specifics, but... no, sorry, you in particular from the Arcana roll earlier. It's not outside the realm of possibility that having made something of this power that involving additional magics may have unwanted side effects. And thus the messenger is supposed to teleportation, which would, they clearly would have been capable of.
Wait, what?
It might explode if we try to teleport with it.
Oh, okay.
Like, well, I had, at least when it was fresh. It may not have that. Well, it doesn't likely have
May
that.
not.
I just switched it from may to likely. Likely doesn't have that issue now. But come on, you're on the 14.
Be delicate with it. The ink isn't dry yet. What happens if I smudge the ink? You die. Oh, okay. You want to just let the ink dry? No. Go. It's got to get there. Like yesterday. Okay. Guess I'll take a boat. The Mage's Tower. Do we know which Mage's Tower that was? Was it around here, or did this come from some other part of the world and just drift here on the currents?
It would... reports vary if it was the one near Dusk Bay, or if it was the one that's close to the volcano, doesn't have any other identifying landmarks.
Gotcha.
But, based on the fact that it's over here, which is the opposite direction from Autumn Reach, likely the one close to the volcano. I suppose, because like if it came from the one next to Dusk Bay, it wouldn't make much sense to go south when your ultimate goal is north.
But I thought we don't like traveling that.
They don't, but we are paid enough.
Yeah, but I just mean it might be safer still to go by land.
It's possible. So,
But Autumn Reach is very far north, and if they can go in a straight line...
And die to that little whirlpool and sea monster.
I mean, they thought that they'd get by. Some other people might have made it. They were feeling very lucky. They shouldn't have been.
Well,
if you ever want the full history of this scroll, feel free to cast Legend Lore on it sometime.
Oh,
Well,
man.
that's true, I could
Never
do
get
that.
to use that spell.
Because even though it's a spell scroll, this absolutely counts.
Legend lore. So, I think the important question is, what are we going to do with it now that we have it? Do we return it to Autumn Reach? Or to the Mage Tower that produced it? Do we use it? Do we lose it?
I think while you're
He's posing these questions at you.
No, I know. While you're talking, I'm gonna be rolling up the scroll and putting it back in the case. Also, scroll case. Called it.
I called it a map case.
Um,
I thought maybe it would have a cool map in it.
I'm also gonna grab the ruby and actually close the case, I think.
Is the ruby important for making the scroll work?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, it was important for making imprisonment work.
That's kind of what I figured. That's where the imprisonment spell was gonna send you.
I would have been so pretty. Did you see my collectible Jezreel trading card deck?
What?
I bought cards in Narcosia, and they have a picture of Jezreel on one of them.
Huh.
Look at the penwork. It is beautiful.
It is. My friend would love that.
He can look, but he cannot touch. I paid 5 silver for this.
Anyway,
Where does it belong?
the scroll.
Yes.
You mean? Technically speaking, it probably should either belong to Autumn Reach or perhaps in a museum. You know, to be broken into and stolen. Absolute nightmare logistics there.
I mean, I think the purpose of magic, including scrolls, is to use them. I think that you are correct, that it sounds like, from the story you told, that Autumn Reach has paid for at least half of this scroll. So perhaps they are entitled to it. But it also sounds like from your story that it was lost to antiquity, and nobody knows it exists any longer.
And thus nobody would miss it.
So, we can obviously answer the question later when we know more about the world and our place in it, but it is not outside the realm of accepted practice, I think, to consider what should be done. If you had one wish, Miss Melisari, what would it be?
A thousand thoughts cross her mind and show in her face before she kind of puts up a mask and says, I'm not really sure.
Really? What about you, Aurelian? If you could have one thing, wish for one thing to be true, what would it be?
Hmm. Hmm. I don't know.
I would wish that all of the drow that we do not wish to be subjugated by laws could be safely on the surface.
I think at this point, Melisari is looking out the window and absentmindedly flipping the ruby around in her fingers.
I suppose that is a silly wish.
Yeah, better than anything I would have come with.
We should have plenty of time to come up with the perfect wish, should we ever decide to use the thing. Keep thinking about what you want to do. It's an intriguing thought exercise, even if we never do it. He's going to just kind of fall into a quiet slump, and you see that his eyes are sort of locked on the scroll case. So if there is not more discussion about the scroll, where does the caravan get us to?
Well, you guys, well, make your way for a few more hours until you begin to make camp for the day. Allow me to move us to the next map.
Okay.
Players. No. Yeah, it's okay. Accomplished. It's board. Need that one. That one. That one. That one. I have no music here. Let's try and fix that. Alright. Music. And I'll go work on grabbing the rest of the tokens.
Oh yeah, I forgot we hadn't actually gotten to the chasm yet.
Belisari has such cheekbones.
I do have cheekbones, it's true.
I'm gonna just leave a group of camels off because they're a pain to move. They will just be kind of in the not filled out section to the west.
Roland also has cheekbones.
Alright, so
I mean, I think everybody has cheekbones.
those.
Some people don't have cheekbones.
I mean, I hope everybody has cheekbones.
Some people has very
Whether or not
underdeveloped
they
cheekbones.
show out. Whether or not they show prominently.
Some people have to have their cheekbones removed.
It's weird.
Sometimes they develop cancer in them.
I mean, that is true for anything.
Then you have to get your cheekbone removed.
If there's cancer in anything,
If there's cancer in your cheekbone.
yeah, but I said the same is true for anything. And you said then you have to have your cheekbone removed.
Yeah. And if you have cancer in your dick, you gotta get that removed too, so yeah.
And your cheekbone.
Well, I feel like removing your cheekbone isn't gonna help the cancer in your dick. But you could try it. Far be it from me to stop you.
Your dick is your cheeky bone.
Ha 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 ha.
You're all the worst. Moving on.
Did you expect any less of us? Any more of us?
I did not expect. I did kind of expect slightly more of you. I certainly did not expect less.
Your cheeky bone is much too close to me right now.
I have a handheld one. Right there. One on the back.
Most dicks are handheld. What?
Oh, it's true.
Anyway, you have a handheld what?
Cheeky bone.
Cheeky bone?
Cheeky bone, cheeky bone, cheeky bone, 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 cheeky bone, cheeky bone, cheeky bone, bone, bone. Oh god.
Alright. Well, there's the base tokens. Let's spread this
Bye
out a
guys.
bit.
I like this music.
Do-do-do-do, 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 do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
Yes.
You're having fun.
Doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doodle-doo.
Oh my goodness. That's not at all the music that's happening right now, by the way.
Mine's better. Everybody likes the Gerudo theme from Ocarina of Time. That's the Song of Storms.
Yeah, but it's really the only Zelda song I know off the top of my head.
Everyone liked that one, but except for one guy.
The guy who's forced to play it all the time.
No, clearly the guy who wrote it, because that's the way these things always work.
And it's the guy you learn it from is also the guy who teaches it to you.
Yep.
Or you taught.
Yes.
No, the guy. Yeah. No, the guy you learn it from
Yeah.
is the guy you taught it to.
Yeah. You learn it from him in the
That does not make
future.
sense.
No, you learn it from him in the future so that you can go to the past and teach it to him when you're younger and he's
I
younger.
hate it.
Because that's how time travel works.
Paradox.
Where did it come from?
I told you about that key in.
Yeah, you told me about the key. It's exactly the same thing. Where did it come from?
Where does it go?
Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
I didn't go there because I thought it would be too easy.
I mean,
It was.
you clearly set it up, though.
If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd have been married a long time ago. Cotton Eye Joe killed my drow wife. Can Cotton Eye Joe be a demon in this world?
Sure.
Yay!
Alright.
New backstory. New backstory just dropped.
So, they've gotten some camps set up for the morning. They're making themselves some dinner. That's
Morning.
morning light.
Sepia.
Sepia tones. I like that the sun is rising in the north.
Look, I built this map with the wrong orientation, so the only way I can make it so that your journey is continuing east like it's supposed to is to change the compass, which does not change the sun. And I'm bad at this thing. Like,
You can change both the compass and the sun, though.
yeah, but I'm just... Okay, so which way do I need this thing to be rising? Never remember.
You want our shadows to go toward the W,
Okay, so
but
that should be right.
Our shadows. No.
our shadows are going toward the E on my
No,
screen.
I
it's
forgot which
sunset.
way the W was. Sorry. 1 second.
East? I thought you said west.
Weesh.
How's that? Like
Okay.
that one?
There we go.
Yeah, now they're going west. Now it's definitely morning.
Still looks like sunset.
Sunrise, sunset are really fucking weird in this thing. I never know which one's which. I have spun the sun around the whole thing twice instead of being like, I don't know which one's supposed to be morning and morning or night. Night is usually more red, but you know, not always.
Well, it's like
Okay.
the sky looks more sunrisey, but like the light on the ground looks more sunset.
How's that then?
I'm
Well,
happy.
That's
never
the
mind, that
worst.
does still look more sunsetty.
You people.
It just
At least
doesn't
they-
have a good sunrise.
Sun and the search for extraterrestrial intelligence.
Whoa, this is like
That's the
blood
sunset.
moon rising. We're all gonna die, guys.
I can see the sun.
Doo 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 doo.
No, you can see it!
I know.
I can see it.
I said it's like blood.
You ever
moon
see the
rising.
movie, The One?
No,
Jet Li
No.
movie.
maybe.
Oh, there's part where it's supposed to be in the morning, but it's, as they said, like the special features that director's commentary points out, like part of it was shot in the evening, and then part was shot in the morning because like they had to have like outside settings with low light.
Yeah.
But the problem is that the light in the evening when the sun is setting and the light in the morning when the sun is rising, it's very different qualities of light,
Yep.
and you can tell.
Yeah.
So I remember watching it and seeing them arriving at home in the evening and then doing some stuff, and then suddenly it's the middle of the day, and I was like, "What just happened here?" I didn't realize that they had substituted evening for morning,
Yes.
because obviously it was obviously evening.
That is a tough one.
If there's anything you guys would like to do while with this camp scene, feel free. If not, I can move on to dice rolls.
Oh, move on
Let me
to
see,
dice
did
rolls.
I
I heard
take-
nitros, and I'm like, what?
Nitroglycerin.
I was thinking nitrile gloves.
Nitrile gloves. Glycerin.
culture.
No, I didn't write down the name of the people. That was dumb. What was the name of the caravan driver?
I don't remember.
Oh, somebody was supposed to write that down.
I don't think I ever wrote it in the first place, to be honest.
Uh,
And I meant to do that yesterday, and, well, I haven't.
Wow.
yeah, no, I was working on something else during that discussion, so...
I gave them names. I don't remember what they are.
Wait, are they not on the token still?
Alright, well, no, these aren't unique tokens. I can go check the old
Oh.
tokens.
Yeah, do that.
Merchant Caravan Captain. That's his
Alright.
name. My god.
I think one of them was like...
The Merchant Caravan Captain has the same facial hair as the guy from Disco Elysium.
Oh god. They were good names. I do think that this is worth going back for them.
Okay, yeah, they did get named, and I didn't write them down. Okay, I'm grabbing them best I can. So you know what? I'm just gonna make all of these unique.
Unique.
And replace the old ones.
Oh, right. I'm like trying to move the camera around, forgetting that I can't while the DM's not on the screen.
Look, I'm trying my best here.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
Gotta find names, gotta have the right lighting, can't be sunset, has to be sunrise.
You're doing great.
Alright, let's see here. So these 4 need to die.
Shit. So mean.
They never knew they existed, it's fine. But I knew we existed. So death will be suffering.
There we go.
Bobbert.
I forgot about that.
Elot did this. I wash my hands of this.
Julius and Otier.
Wait, I forgot who the pairs were.
It's less pairs, more group.
Yeah, no,
Right.
this is a polycule.
Polycule. Got it. I thought there were 2 pairs, but...
I didn't necessarily do the best job of conveying it, but you know, it is what I was going for.
I figured it out when I was talking to them.
I was only there for part of the conversation, so... I only saw bits. And I seem to recall 2 of them being cuddlier with each other than other 2. And then 2 still being cuddlier too. It's like I kind of feel like we should like split up among them, but
we're an uneven number.
yeah, well, also I'm not probably very inclined to talking right now. In general.
Are you ever?
It's not the point. I'm extra not inclined to talking. It's a good thing I have that reputation, though. It helps when I'm really not in the mood for talking.
Bobbert.
Yes?
I have an important question for you. It is of philosophical nature.
Go on.
If you or your group could have one thing, anything, no limits, no strings attached, what would it be?
I mean, heaping piles of gold would be nice, but I'm certain there are more useful things I could come up with. And he'll think about it for a bit, kind of throw it to the others for their ideas.
Being able to ask for anything could make it so that the heaping piles of gold are unnecessary. Wish for
Well, why don't you give us some ideas? What would you wish for? I don't know. See if we can come up with something while you tell us.
That's gonna stop him. Like, you see the smile just kind of slides off of his face and his eyes unfocus. He says, I have only one wish, and that would be that my people in the Underdark that don't wish to be subjugated by love anymore could freely live on the surface safely. Perhaps be transported here instantaneously, if I could have anything.
Seems a good wish. Let me double check which one's which name. Kralik will pipe up. You know, something along that line, I think is what I'd want, but for my own people, to make the desert where most tieflings need to live more fruitful, and more resources to offer.
I like that one. It could make the whole world more livable if there were more resources, no?
Wait, give it up. No, I can't do that to him. I was gonna have one of them give a very dumb answer, but I don't feel like doing that.
No, Otir, don't be dumb. Or is his name Otter?
You named him.
I think that one was Kate's.
I don't remember coming up with that.
I remember coming up with something different, and...
I do too, but I don't remember what I came up with, and that doesn't ring a bell.
Well, that was what was
I guess
on the
it must
token.
be, but
I remember whatever you said, I was like, yeah, okay, it's that then. Because I'd already named a different character. So, Otir should be what you said. Otter. Turtle, turtle.
oh my god.
Achoo!
Alright.
I think it is interesting to know what people would want if they could have anything with no strings attached. Helps me get to know people, especially from places other than where I came from. It helps me indicates Rallick know things about where you come from. Thank you for sharing.
Ochi, I'll say. Perhaps giving orcs a bit more intelligence in exchange for their rage might help, them be a bit more, productive. Yeah, productive, that's the polite word.
I think that probably people just need to look harder at the orcs. I am certain that they are much more capable people than they are given credit for.
Half orcs, sure. Full ones, I'm not so sure.
They are good wishes.
How about you two? Oh, sorry. And Aurelion, well, never mind, 'cause they won't address Aurelion because he's just standing off in the middle of wherever. So, what about you? No, sorry.
She's gonna kind of seem to come out of a trance. And she'll smile and say, well, there is a riddle that I've been curious to know the answer of. And if this would simplify that path, theoretically the riddle would offer, the solution would offer vast stores of knowledge.
Then why not just wish for the stores of knowledge?
Where's the fun in that?
Where's the fun in a riddle if you have to just cheat to complete it?
Touché.
And you guys will hear in your minds, I know what I'd wish for.
What's that?
My old body back.
I knew that one.
I figured. But I wanted to hear it from her anyway. And Melisari goes quiet again.
Though I doubt I could make any wish, as I have no mouth, yet I must scream.
I think I'm gonna actually turn around and look at her for that one.
I think horses have mouths and can scream.
Scream, maybe. Mouth also, yes, but speaking? No. Cannot actually make the wish.
I just mean if you need to scream, you may do so.
That sounds fabulously terrifying.
It's kind of the point.
Is she visible, by the way?
Not invisible, but ethereal, yes.
Yeah, I know. That's what I meant.
I tried to note that whether or not she has the flying status or not.
Gotcha.
So she can't fly without it, but
Eh.
Eh.
Miss Melisari, I am speaking to you in your mind.
What did you say?
I said, Miss Melisari, I am speaking to you in your mind.
Oh, I see. That was okay. I thought I had missed something. I am listening to you in my mind.
Isn't it cool? Are you thinking about home? You seem quite lost in thought recently. And I
I'm
feel
thinking about a lot of things. Mainly about the scroll.
Does this scroll trouble you?
It certainly adds complications. That would be not here otherwise. Or simplifications, depending.
I do not think it needs to be thought of as a complication, only because it can be ignored. No one knows it exists but us.
It's true. Well, except, all of us in our minds.
All of us in our minds want to use it.
Talking about. She kind of inwardly sighs and says, Nightmare, you were not part of this discussion, but we found a scroll of wish.
Oh? What does that do?
Anything you wish for.
There are limitations, though.
There are costs.
And risks.
I think costs and risks are very similar things.
Cost implies something that must be paid. Risk implies something that may happen if you are not cautious enough.
Which would
Or
be a
perhaps
payment.
if you are cautious enough. It's the trouble with wish. The more outlandish the request, the more unlikely the request. The harder it becomes, the riskier it becomes. Greater the cost should it go wrong.
We can simply choose not to use it. Though I think that there will be quite a few people disappointed to know that we had the power to change things and chose not to.
Well, at any rate, I don't think it's a decision we should make lightly.
I do not think so either. That is why I'm trying to discuss it, or encourage discussion on it. Get outside opinions on it. What do they call that? Crowdsourcing.
Crowdsourcing is a thing in this world.
Yeah.
Apparently.
It's always been a thing, I just didn't have a word for
I
it
know.
before.
Exactly.
I gave it the word.
Open forum might have been
I didn't even have to make a wish.
to give it a word.
Exactly. But point is, we have this power. It is good to sit and think, but it is also good to talk. But to know that we can use it, that is important, that is powerful. But most importantly to me right now, do you not think that this is a beautiful sunrise, Miss Melasari? Do you know how many sunrises I have enjoyed in my life?
Do I really want to be a dick right now? You've been on the surface a while, haven't you?
I have. At least 500 years.
Sounds like possibly a lot of sunrises then.
Possibly. But I can tell you right now that the number of sunrises I have enjoyed could be counted on a single hand. Because until I met you and your friends, as much as I hated the Underdark and wanted to live happily on the surface, the sun was still an enemy, still caused pain.
Melisari puts her face in her, or like rubs her hand against her forehead and says, "Right."
That is why it is important to me that we reach the Silver Embrace. I need to thank your friend. I need to give him this ring so that he too can enjoy these beautiful sunrises as I do now. My whole life, almost all of the life I will ever get, I could not enjoy the sunrise. Not like this. And that is a wonderful change.
You will see her make a focused effort to appreciate the sunrise. And maybe a little bit of whatever was clouding over her eyes fades.
He just gives us all a small smile and looks back toward the sun. That's all I've got for this scene.
I mean, that's all I've got.
Alright.
We're a little preoccupied by all the possibilities that she doesn't really want to discuss that much. There's a part of her that regrets not lying about the scroll. Pandora's box.
But then as, well, at least the other camp's members' idle chatter continues, the day will begin to get going, and the groups will turn in for the night. Well, day. Yeah. Thing.
Aurelian, did you eat dinner?
You know, I haven't cast a Liamon's tiny hut in a while.
Perhaps today is the day. It
think
is going
today
to
is
be
the day.
hot, and there is not much cover here.
Let's see, 9 we have more than 9 creatures by quite a lot.
Yes, but these people have their own wagons to sleep in. And
Fair
if you
enough.
just add the people who are their customers, then we should still be less than 9. That is 7.
Well,
They made
then I
tents.
will. I kind of walk to the center and say, anyone who would like to sleep within a
Magically air-conditioned bubble.
more controlled environment, I will be casting Liamon's tiny hut. Provides a 10-foot radius dome of relative comfort and safety. And she'll kind of look back and forth between the two groups. Did anyone actually even look at her? Is she even, like...
Yes, sorry, I was in the middle
Okay.
of making the tents.
Yeah, no, it's fair. Maybe before they have fully set up the tents, she's putting forth this proposition.
Got this.
Well,
Proposition?
the Dragonborn will jump at the chance. So they... We're always happy for more comfort.
10 people total. Including myself. Might be a little tight, but... Well, actually, might it? 10-foot radius is pretty big. Oh no, that's pretty tight.
Well, that's also a Tailspire 10-foot radius.
I mean, yeah.
Burst 2, hun.
What?
Burst 2.
Where is it? There it is. So, this is your center point. So, so it's a 10-foot radius, you said?
Yep. Burst 2.
I made a box. I made a too small box.
Yep.
Yep,
Burst
you have to
2.
go out from the center
Yeah,
square.
I forgot about that.
So,
Okay, it's not the least comfortable space. At any rate, I am casting this as we wind down for the night.
Day.
so
Okay.
there's 3 of you guys and
My
8
night.
of them, and you can only have 10.
Including myself. 9
Alright.
creatures of medium size or smaller can fit
Oh.
inside with me.
Okay. Well, then the taxi drivers, as Tristan called them, will stay out, as they don't want to just leave one person on their own.
I never called them that. I called
Yeah,
them
absolutely.
caravaneers.
You might not have called them that in character, but you absolutely did.
I said that they have customers.
Anyway. Couple of tents. I don't like that tent. I guess I don't need both, though. So.
I was gonna say, the polycule has split up.
Well, originally it was 2, because 2 groups.
Eek. Come, welcome. Good night.
I'll put a door there. It's not really a door, but kind of show like when like the tent flap would be opened or closed. Oh, those are facing the wrong direction.
I think they're perfect. Keep coming.
There. Oh. Alright. Aurelian, are you there? Thomas?
Yeah.
Would you like to be in the tiny hut?
I like the tents.
What?
They got little doors on them.
I added the door. But yeah, it's not really a door. It's meant to be like a tent flap, but they don't have tent flaps, so wooden door it is.
Door.
All right. You guys get settled. I
Look
need
at
to
that.
adjust
Plenty
the
of
daytime.
room. It's almost as big as a demi-plane in here.
I wish
I
that
haven't
wasn't
seen very
accurate,
many
but it
demi-planes.
is. If you add one more ring of stone, that's a demi-plane.
Not even a half ring.
I remember it being 30 from one corner to the other.
Right. It only needs one more horizontal and one more vertical.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. My math was just bad. Okay. Alright, well, so the
Here comes the sun. Doo 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 doo.
the tiny hut goes up.
It is comfortable and dim.
And can I get a perception check from? Well, actually, just ask perception since from each of you.
Yes.
Passive perception?
Yes.
16.
13.
17.
All right. Melsari and Roland. Not long after the rest starts, like not long after the dome has gone up, you'll hear a not too quiet half-orc trying to be quiet. You think that thing is soundproof? Followed by them testing that theory.
Are they
How
like
testing the theory?
are they like knocking on it or like whispering right near me?
No, they are enjoying themselves.
Woo!
Melisari blushes. Should we tell them?
It's the fun. Does anybody else in our tent seem to notice, or is it just us two?
Just you two. Because they are relatively quiet and there's some distance.
I'm communicating using the telepathic link. I was to say, if they're not putting anybody else, I don't see a reason. Let people enjoy themselves. There are few enough pleasures to take in this world.
She's gonna kind of mutter to herself. They're bothering me a little. But she will, just curl up in her bedroll, whatever it is I have with me.
He continues to sit for his trance. And in your mind, you just hear, I'm sorry it's bothering you.
If any of you want to take watches, feel free to roll some perception. I should imagine that this would be happening quickly enough that would be before watches have really started. Thus, just the passives.
But I rolled.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing.
Passive 17, that roll was a 22.
And Mel, sorry, I would like you to both take a -1 penalty and inspiration for being distracted.
Fine, 16 or 21.
No, I said Mel, sorry
Wow.
specifically.
Oh.
Wow.
You were the one that said you would buy it.
That's depressing.
But hey,
That's,
inspiration for it.
That's 9. I rolled poop.
Alright.
I'm tempted to give myself a do-over because it bounced off of something on my desk funny, but it's fine.
Yeah, my passive is still 13.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. Passive is 16.
Alright.
Unless I'm
13,
really distracted.
16, and 21.
Oh, although 15, I guess, with the penalty.
17, 13, 15, 21, yes.
Alright, let me roll some stealth.
Uh-oh. It's not a good thing to hear. Shit, it's a shame I don't have Thunderwave.
I spent my spell slot on Bless Dance. Oh, Bristers.
This is very helpful, Bless. What?
I was earlier thinking about how he would talk about his brothers and sisters and Bristers in the Underdark.
Bristers?
You know, everything in between.
Ah, I see. Makes sense. You could just say siblings. Well, no, I guess brothers and sisters has slightly different implications, potentially. Siblings is pretty much strictly familial.
Yes, well, Lolth Sworn Society is weird. I suppose not weird, but specific.
Specific?
They're like a really heavily gendered society.
Yes.
The whole idea that all the women are made priestesses of Drow, of Lolth, and all the men are made soldiers.
Yes.
Alright. Roland, you will hear 4 creatures approaching. The other 2 of you will hear 3 creatures approaching.
We can see out from inside the bubble, yeah?
That is my understanding.
And...
I do believe so. Let me double
Oh,
check.
sorry, you made it opaque from the outside?
I usually do, yeah. Probably similar color to the surroundings.
And then over the telepathic bond, I would tell my friends, we have 4 interlopers approaching. If I can tell that there are 4 of them, what else can I tell just by their noise? Can I tell if they're humanoid or if they're some sort of beast?
Humanoid, you'll be able to see 3 of them. Humanoid, most of which are heavily armored, and they are trying to be quiet but failing to do so.
Probably they are bandits hoping to rob the caravan.
There is an unfortunate fact here in that I cannot cast in or out, and if I leave, the hut ends.
Yes, but the rest of us can cast from inside.
Well, can't cast from inside, but you can go in and out at will.
Can just stick our hands out.
I might be able to smack things with my hands. I've stuck my head out before. We decided that worked, right?
Yeah, you can stick your head out, and you can make melee or range attacks through it from the inside.
I don't think I have any
But
ranged.
the important thing is there are the 3 that we can see. There's a 4th one hiding.
And the thing you can see are also trying to be sneaky. They're just significantly worse at it. And you will be able to, so. But what do you guys want to do?
We could announce that we know that they are there, and see if they choose to leave.
I'm stuck in this bubble, so I'm gonna leave the decisions up to you two.
Aurelian?
Whereabouts are they? Like, they're not on the...
They're on the bridge.
It's a real shame I don't have Thunderwave. I could just walk over the bridge, Thunderwave them off, walk back, and recast Liam's tiny hut. Only 10 minutes have gone by.
It is hard being a wizard. You have no spell slots left, or you didn't prepare Thunderwave?
I don't have Thunderwave. I don't know it.
Oh. Mistakes were made.
Whereabouts on the bridge are they?
On your guys' side, your tokens might not be able to see them.
I can't.
Alright. Well, feel free to move your token out for a second so you can see where they're at.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
You said that my shield is mechanical.
Correct?
And not magical. So, like, I could potentially, like, tinker with it without, ruining it.
Potentially.
It's the kind of shield that has a, a grip on the inside so that you can easily direct it.
Yeah.
Is there any possibility that I could remove that grip and replace it with the immovable rod?
Possibly, but it will take more time than you have at this exact moment.
I know, but we had all the time in the cart.
That's true. What tool proficiencies do you have?
Let me check. It might be 0. Tool proficiencies, none.
I have Weaver's tools.
Then I want you to make me an intelligence check, which will set the DC for your dexterity check.
Fun. Does that mean a high intelligence check is bad to me?
No, high is still good.
Hey, a 13!
Nice.
Hold on. What's my intelligence? It's a 0, so that's a 13.
Oh.
That's above a
Alright.
10.
No, I was gonna
What?
I was gonna assist.
Oh, you wanna?
Yeah.
Are you able to?
Yep. I mean, she's smart.
Okay.
Sure. Roll it twice.
Haba! Oh. A 13!
So very helpful.
Okay. So, it isn't. So it has your dexterity check's been set to DC 17 because it was just 30 minus whatever you rolled.
Oh my god. Come on, dexterity. I'm totally...
And you can still get Melsar's help or Aurelion's for this if you like.
Okay, 16...
My dex is okay.
Oops. Well, bye! Hold on. That should still... that one. Okay, so
Well-
that's a 16 with my dex. It's a 0. Damn it! I miss it by 1!
Quick, bless yourself.
Spend another first level spell
Extra
slot.
bless.
Did Aurelion have any interest in helping?
Did he ask me for help? If he asked me for help, I'll help.
I need all the help I can get. I'm doing something silly with a magic item that we were supposed to share.
So, am I rolling, or are you rolling again?
I want to let him roll. I've done so much rolling. Let him roll.
You just roll. We'll do it that way. Roll twice, take the better.
What is it going to be?
Dexterity. Unless you have some sort of tool proficiency. Now I can.
Not that. I have wood carvers.
Wood carvers. I'll let you add
Everything.
+1 to it for that. If you had smith tools, then we can definitely do like proficiency or something. But
So
wood
this
carvers
is
will just give you
roll
a
plus
+1.
dex plus 1.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well,
With
that
advantage.
was. Oh, well, that'll probably help.
I missed by 1.
That did not help.
What'd
That
you
went
get?
from. So it went from a 9 to an 8.
Alrighty. Well,
Nice.
I got
you
a
can
16.
try this again after you've had some rest.
Oh. That thing would be so cool.
Just put up an immovable rod shield.
Well, yeah, but like, imagine all the things that it could help with. Like, you know, you could make the shield a platform to stand upon. It's already in your hand and something you're already gripping very well. So, like, if you start to lose your balance, you just activate the buttons right there at your thumb. You just got your balance. Like, it's such a cool idea that just popped into my head.
I like it. See, not exercise equipment.
Well, I had like 6 hours to think about it while we were bouncing along through the desert. You're right. Not exercise equipment.
If you. Yeah, an immovable rod shield would be. Like, very good for defense.
Very
Because
good for a lot of things.
Wild.
No, I mean, in terms of, like, if someone swings, like, a fucking mace at you,
Mhm.
and you just activate the immovable rod, like, you're not gonna
Yep.
feel that.
Eh.
You're not gonna feel the force of that at all.
Yep. Disagree.
He's gonna feel the force of it, whoever that is.
Just give me time. I'll find ways to break the physics of the game.
Yep. We'll talk about this more later once you get it working.
Alright, it's not working now. They're coming over the thing. Right, I was talking to Aurelion in our minds and saying, you know, they're approaching, they're probably here to try to rob us or hurt the people. There's one of them I can hear, but I do not see him, so they are hidden. Do we want to let them approach and see what they do? Do we want to charge out and attack them? Or do we want to make our presence known simply by shouting to them and maybe encourage them to leave?
You would probably notice if you turn to look at Aurelian that he is affixing his shield to his arm. And he's making sure that and he's drawing his sword, and he is. Hold on, make sure I'm pointing in the right direction. And he is looking in their direction as he's doing this. And then he just turns and goes like, I think we should go out and say hello.
Alright. Walk with me then. And you see, you hear that chuck as the shield mechanically flips out onto his arm. And he grabs the handle, and then as this lightsaber turns on.
I feel like that would have been more impressive to show them.
Oh man, you're right. It would have been.
Alright, so, as you guys take a step outside the barrier, I'm gonna need some initiative.
Sad face.
And I need it from everybody.
Great. I'm so happy I rolled high on this one. Mine is a 17.
I did pretty well.
In total, I think mine is also a 17. Yep, it's a 17.
Alright, I'm gonna need those in chat.
Working on it.
Alright. Alright, so 21, 17 plus 17. Alright.
I have 2 daggers that I could throw at them poorly.
Pew, pew.
And only if they get within 60 feet.
And only if they get within 60 feet.
Pew, pew.
Alright, so. Alright, so you get there. There's the students we have tournament. Okay. Alright, turn order has been applied. And while they weren't quite prepared to shoot the second someone stepped outside the bubble, they are very aggressive. They're clearly aggressive, I suppose I should say, for once they can see you.
And where's they be?
There are
Tokens.
3 on the bridge
Tokens.
inside the bubble I've just placed.
Oh.
And
Wait.
the one... What?
I thought with a tie, the person with the higher initiative goes first. Or the higher plus.
Oh, it rearranged. I guess you are, and that is how it was supposed to be. I guess I just misclicked. My bad.
Not that it matters.
Oh, it does, because this is the reason the bugbear's ahead of you. It also rolled got a 17, but Dex was still higher.
I just meant not that it matters for me.
Everybody rolled 17.
Raven did, at least.
I had advantage.
I'll ask over the telepathic link. Should I wake up the others and in case I need to join you?
That might be a good idea.
Alright. So, I mean, I'll grab some battle music, but Aurelion, it is your turn. If you guys can't see this, just in case you can't see this, I'll put the bubble back.
Are there tokens
That's-
over there?
There are.
Okay, good.
I have them inside a bubble, and the one
Oh
that you can,
shit! Sorry, keep going.
and the one that you can hear rolling but can't see. It's not hidden from you, but it's hidden from the others.
Yeah.
Is on the underside of the bridge.
Spider
Nice.
climber.
Showing off.
I'm going to
okay.
point that out to Aurelion before he goes. Beware, the last one is under the bridge. Climbing.
Good for him.
So I was
I'm
really
going to
hoping that we would at least be able to, I would at least be able to absorb some damage for you, but no, magical effects don't extend through the dome either.
Well, at least you're protecting some of your passengers.
I think I just moved 40 feet.
Now we can see them. Those guys look like fun. Orcses.
5, 15, 25, 30, 40. Yep, you've moved 40 feet.
Okay. I am going to prepare an action. Let me just see. Okay, yeah. I'm going to prepare to attack. Any that come within. Actually, how close are they? Hold on, let me see. And they're not that close. I'm going to take the dodge action instead.
Alright. You take the dodge action. Next up is the dwarf warrior's turn. I'm just calling it by the token because you don't really know what or who they are at this exact moment. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And so you are 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95 feet away. What abilities does he have at his disposal for 90 feet? $60 feet. Does he have? Nope. Okay. $30 feet. 60 feet. 15 feet.
That's a
0
lot of
feet. 120 feet.
What is happening right now?
I'm counting. Trying to figure out what the creature can do at this distance.
He's counting.
150. I think that one will do. Yep. Alright, so the dwarf is going to begin casting a spell.
Fuck! Okay.
Hey, you're safe.
Yeah, but I need to counterspell it.
It's okay. I'll counterspell it.
Let's use this one. Alright. This one I'm not familiar with. How much damage is that? Yes, 1. Alrighty. So, and it was the range 20 foot. So he's going to make a 20-foot radius sphere. And since Aurelion moved 40 feet, he should be able to get each of you at each edge.
It just means he's not targeting anything that we actually care about.
So, I need you both to make a dexterity saving throw. Aurelion, you have advantage both due to danger sense and dodging.
Let me... Second... No.
And kind of as this starts, you'll hear them say, they've spotted us! And then, yeah, they're running and casting.
That is a 7.
A 7. I will not succeed. Aurelion?
So, well, it's Dex, is it?
Correct, with advantage for multiple reasons for you.
That is... 24.
You will succeed. How many dice is this?
Is that a fireball?
No, I thought of fireball. This is vitriolic spear.
Oh. Acid damage. Whee!
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Alright, so, Aurelion, I need you to take 14 points of acid damage.
That's 0 points of acid damage, I think you mean?
I forgot, does your shield give you some sort of evasion?
Yeah.
Excellent, so you take 0. And Roland, you take full 29, and at the start of your next turn, you will take an additional 5d4. Sorry, not start.
Unless I take an action to wash it off.
You have to admit that, it's not part of the spell, but that seems reasonable.
Most acid spells do say that, though. That's weird. Like, they have ongoing damage unless you spend your action getting it off.
Well, I think it's because this one's just for your next turn, not several turns.
Oh. Then...
But if you want to spend your action to avoid 5d4, go for it.
It's potentially a lot of damage. 29, huh?
You could always pop in here and let me prestidigitate you.
That might actually work.
Yeah, I'd let that work. Nice the fact that you guys go in reverse order.
Unfortunate.
I could prepare to prestidigitate you.
I would have to prepare something else. I would have to prepare something so that I could move in, and then once you do it, then I could move out. But then it wouldn't do me any good, because my turn would still end. Nope, doesn't help. Oh no, you could prepare. You're before me.
On her turn, you could step in. She does it, and then you go off and do your own thing.
Sorry, I forgot what our order was.
10 feet.
Anyway, Dwarf Warrior did mean acid.
Yep.
I don't think I want to use the program's die anymore.
I wouldn't recommend it.
What?
7. Real die would have given me an...
Question mark.
I might have actually saved if I'd used my real die. Oh well. Bugbear?
Alrighty, indeed. Bugbear turn.
Booger.
Let me double check that one sheet. Alright, you will see... I need to click into 10, 15. You'll see a bugbear run out from the underside. His feet adhered to the rock. You specifically, Roland, he's still hidden from Aurelion. Go up, get an angle on Aurelion. Just go up 10 more feet, but can't for this spot because this game.
Since I told Aurelion that the guy was underneath, does he still get the unseen attack on Aurelion, or is Aurelion aware? Because I did tell him once I knew he was under the bridge. I said, watch out.
I will give him a free perception check to try and spot him as he's coming in.
Okay.
So Aurelion, if you'd like to make a perception check to try and spot the bugbear before it sneak attacks you.
Get these. That's a 16.
16 is not enough for this particular stealth check. So it will make it strike unseen attacking into you. Do you have anything that prevents creatures from getting effects from being hidden against you? Like the alert feat?
I have alert. No, I think I took that one.
Okay. Then does a... What's this next? Okay.
It doesn't have advantage.
Oh, right. It doesn't because you're dodging.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have sneak attack. And it can't shoot Roland for sneak attack because it's not an assassin, and he spotted it. So that's good dodge. Whee! So instead, it's not the 13, it's the 7 on die. So that, brain to math, please. Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
Alright, it fires a longbow at you and misses. Will use its bonus action to dash back underneath. Malsari, it's your turn.
I will tell everyone. Wake up, we have incoming. I'll give you shelter until we can... Or until...
For as long as I can.
Yeah. I'll give you shelter until I have no choice but to join the fight. But you should
From outside, you just eat the buns!
But you should probably take some shelter, perhaps wake the others also. Roland, if you step inside, I will attempt to remove the acid from you.
Thank you.
And I prepare prestidigitation.
Yeah.
And I will point out that when speaking with Roland, that does have to be vocally.
When what?
Can't do
If
telepathic.
you try,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
prefer-
I was speaking out loud anyway. I'd forgotten that, but yes, I was speaking out loud anyway.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
All right, Roland.
That's a me.
It's your turn.
Yep. Hola.
Prestidigitation.
Wow.
Excellent. No more happen.
Alright. 4, 5, 10. 15, 20, 25, 30. Am I still able to see this bugbear, or is he out of sight now?
You're not able to see him, but he has it hidden, so you know where you're at.
Okay. That's fine. I'll attack that butthead who hurt me.
Alright. It'll be
Some
about
mage.
120 feet.
120.
Alright, butthead. Let's see what kind of spells I have. Dancing Lights works out to 120 feet.
The first thing I found was Spell Magic for 120 feet.
Yeah, I have
Magic
the spell.
missile.
I don't have Magic Missile, and all of my cantrips, other than Dancing Lights, only work out to 60 feet. Let's see here. Ooh. Well, that could be a fun one.
Ooh, I have Chill Touch.
It's a good spell.
I don't remember how I have Chill Touch, but I have Chill Touch.
Probably from learning it when you rested last.
No, I think I probably swapped it out for something.
You probably learned it. Really?
I said when you rested last, like as part, like, because that's the wizard additional features. They can switch out the cantrips and a long rest.
Yeah.
I think what I'm gonna have to do. I think my best option is to drop a second level spell slot. Yeah, everything else is 30 or 60. This is the only one that goes to 120. Man! Medium range wizard, or medium range clerics. Second level spell slot. Spend. I am casting a spell.
Alright, you're outside the range of counter spells, so.
Hooray! Of course I immediately didn't look at how big an area this thing covers. What is it? 20-foot radius sphere. Okay, cool. So I will need a burst 2.
Alright, and the spear's origin point, is it 120 feet, or?
The origin point can be up to 120 feet away, but I actually want to cast it a little closer.
Okay.
Because I want to put the guy who just cast in the box, but I think I want to make him, like, the second farthest away, so, like, target the row of squares ahead of him, so that it includes him and the row behind him, as well as 3 more closer ones. That way, if he tries to get closer, he'll still be in it, and if he backs up, he'll still be in it for at least one of those stubs.
So there's 5. So that's the center point. That's what you're looking for, right?
Yeah,
So
and the center point can be shifted a little bit north, so it's more centered on the bridge.
Okay, like that.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so then.
And it's a burst 2 out from him.
5, 10,
Yep.
15, 20.
What?
5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh yeah, it's a burst 4, my bad. Oh my god. It's so much bigger than I thought.
20, yeah, it's as big as fireball or spear that just got fired at you.
And everybody inside that cross is silenced.
Nice.
Excellent.
Love it.
That
Alright,
will
well,
be
they're
my
not
turn.
necessarily gonna know what happened there.
Yeah, he won't know until he tries to cast, and the first one gets canceled on him.
Yeah, or at least until someone behind him walks in, tries to cast or do something similar.
Or say something, or their footsteps stop sounding.
Yep.
But yeah, that's my big ball of silence over there.
It's definitely gonna be a problem.
It's way bigger than I
He's
thought.
so short. He can't even get out and cast.
You could get out if you went backwards, but then nothing be in range.
Yep. That worked way better than I even thought it would. Because I was working with a smaller box in my head.
Yep. You were working with, like, the Baldur's Gate box.
Yeah. God, Baldur's Gate spells hate you.
Alright, let me take a look at this one. Alright, so... because how, like, a complete lack of silence, like, lack of sound, is starkly apparent if you've ever experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
When they enter the field, they'll know they're in it, but
Yep.
they won't have much choice but to go through it because range.
Yep.
So 5, 10, aware of silence,
Yep.
15, 20, 25, 30. And can't do anything at range from a silence, so dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Half orc. We'll do the same.
I'm very pleased with that silence bubble.
You pretty well ate 2 actions with it, possibly 3, once the dwarf gets a turn. Alright, these people will start to wake up and move to the back of the bubble.
The nice thing is they can see what's going on, so they're not just, like, wondering.
So, 5, 10, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
I think our spider climber's about to have a problem of the equine variety.
Holy shit, is she doing something on her own?
She might be.
So
No guarantees.
Alright, well, I think that's as far as she can make it with a dash. But, yeah, so she's still in the ethereal plane, but has enough of an idea of what's going on.
Mm-hmm. They blew up a ball of acid on me and it hurt.
Aurelion, your turn.
Right. Oh, nice.
If you rage, they should be within sprinting distance.
Hold on a second. Do I start that from me? I do. Oh yeah. They are well within range. Well, just within range. So I'm going to rage
Okay.
and zoop. Make it all the way up. And I am going to recklessly attack this fellow in front of me.
Okay. You'll see what appears once you're closer. You'll see what appears to be a holy symbol. You're not sure of what deity at a quick glance, but a holy symbol nonetheless on the shield. So likely a divine caster of some kind.
It's not immediately recognizable.
Well, like you're in a rage and have only seen it for a couple seconds.
Okay.
Of course, it breaks down.
8. So that's a 20.
To hit, I assume?
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Uh, 11 piercing.
11 piercing. Alright, 1 second. That's that much health. Alright. It takes 11 points of piercing damage. And ain't happy about it.
Understandable. Second attack. That's, I think, a 15.
15 will not hit.
Well, that's me, so.
Alrighty. Then it'll be this guy's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's a dwarf.
Still in it.
Makes me so
Be
mad.
placing it 1 square in front of him. Excellent choice.
I cannot express strongly enough that it was a complete and happy accident.
You'll see him mouthing what appears to be swears in dwarvish. Dash, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Five, 10. Let's zoom out. You know, walk down my reveal layer thing so it stops doing that. 15, 25. And he will take a shot at Aurelion. Well, he doesn't have advantage, he does have allies. Aurelion does a 26 hit.
Yes.
Alright, then double check its damage. How much? Alright. Right, that's why it should have been for S. Rolling. I got it. Oh well. Next time.
Sometimes in the heat of the moment, you forget you knew you were supposed to target someone else.
Yep. I forgot that bugbears have a racial trait that's similar to assassins, and that they get, but instead of getting advantage on targets that haven't acted, they get extra damage.
Ah. But does it count now if we have acted? This is the second round.
No, it doesn't. That's why I said it should have targeted you
Oh,
back when it
God.
shot at.
Yeah, I got you.
So-
I thought you meant right now. I'm like, odd.
No,
Every round? Rude.
it is a one-off.
Okay.
One that some classes and things can take additional, make additional use of it. So that's 10 sneak attack. And so that's 12 plus 5, so that's 17. So please take 17 points of piercing damage, which you may half because raging. Which would go down to 8. Yeah.
Oh my god, guys, I think I can drop him off the bridge.
Oh wait, did we long rest before this, or
No, we haven't gotten our long rest yet.
no?
I was already down 3 spell slots before
I
this.
was down a lot of spell slots. I do not have much left.
That's okay. I know what I'm doing.
Right. So were we blessed before?
The bless only lasts a minute.
Yeah, it was much before this, so, you know.
Yeah, bless ended a long time ago.
Okay, so my max HP modifier is gone.
Well,
No.
it's not plus.
That's aid, and that lasts all day.
Oh, so that's still there.
Yep. It technically lasts, I think, 8 hours, but
It's up to
maybe
you.
as
Like 8 hours.
people-
I was running under the assumption my death ward was gone, so aid would be too, according to that. It's up to you though.
Like, because Wibbly Wobbly is out of that time, I'm fine with 8 hours being effectively all day.
Okay. There you have it. Then you still have that 10 HP. And I still
Which
have
also means
death
if you had only got rid of Death Ward because of time, that can stay too.
Death ward's back.
Same for Mage Armor from Elsari.
Cool. Well, in that case, I do have one more spell slot in my first level spell slots.
Alright, so, Melsari, it is your turn.
It is my turn. Okay, they have moved to the back of the thing.
They've moved out of the silence bubble.
No, I meant my friends in my bubble have moved to the back of my bubble. I'm gonna say out loud. Should I drop him into the river? Oh wait, can I see him now? He's not hiding anymore, right?
Correct. None of the
Okay.
enemies are hiding, so you can see all of them. If you need me to mark them, let me know.
I can't do it this turn though. I have to get closer.
That boy, I think, is spider climbing.
Well, actually,
Another bugbear. Oh no, it's the only bugbear. The other one's an orc.
Yep, it's a bugbear, an orc, a dwarf, and a strange-looking humanoid. You can't quite place at the moment.
I like his octopus shield.
I figured it was the closest thing I was trying to get to a holy symbol.
I could Misty Step and then Wall of Force him into the ravine. So did I get an answer? What do you guys think? Should I drop him into the river?
Is he, like, very clearly, like, clung onto the side of the bridge?
His feet are adhered to the rock,
Okay.
so it's like he's just standing sideways.
If you think that the Dragonborn will be safe, go for it.
I'll turn to the Dragonborn. How do you guys feel?
No!
They probably like having a shield.
The shield only does so much. If all of
I don't know
the
that.
two of
This
them
seems
die.
to protect the bubble.
I mean, it is a protective buff. That's not what I mean. I'm
That shield
saying...
stops everything unless it gets dispelled.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, or you dig from underneath it. But what I'm saying is, the shield doesn't help us if they both die.
We'll wait till cross that bridge when we come to it. But,
prefer to not come anywhere close to that bridge.
gross.
I hate you. But if this wall of force works, I effectively remove him from combat
It's true.
and leave us with 3.
Well, you've gotten the votes, so the call is now yours to make.
God damn it, I don't wanna.
I recommend making it soon, since it's 8 o'clock.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out if it would work.
Yeah, I forgot to finish time when I started this, so make this the last turn, I suppose.
Last round or last turn?
I can't remember. Do we normally end at 8 or 8:30 Eastern?
8.
It's usually 5 to
Yeah.
8. We started late, but...
Yeah.
Then make the last turn. Let Thomas get some sleep.
Well, in that case, why don't we just end before my
No,
turn?
make a decision.
Make a decision while you remember.
Well, I'm just worried that it might not work.
So, that's what combat is for.
No
We
risk,
try
no
things.
reward. If you're afraid of chance, then you shouldn't be playing a game revolving around rolling dice.
Me. Alright, hang on. I need to figure out how far away he even is.
I didn't know if my
Well-
silence was going to make any difference. I lucked out. It definitely did.
I'm going to... I will say to the Dragonborn.
He's 130 feet from the start of the bridge.
30 feet from the start of the bridge. Okay. Start.
And it's 55 feet from you to the start of the bridge, so 185 feet.
100 or about 80 something. Okay. So I can... Yes, I should be able to walk, Misty Step, and still Wall of Force. So I'm going to do that. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
Let's see, Misty Step. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I appear there. I walk another.
I think you have to do it in the other order. Because
What?
you can't
Oh,
misty
yeah,
step
duh,
from
duh.
inside
Okay,
the
yeah,
thing.
yeah, you're right, you're right.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it's still
regardless.
60 feet regardless.
30,
Yeah, but let's get over
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, I really hope I'm close enough
I
now.
mean, according to the bubble, you're inside it now.
According to the bubble, I am. And the bubble is starting from the center of him.
It's
so
starting
it
from the
should-
center of him, which is why it's 122.5 instead of 120.
Okay, he should be within 120. Do we feel good about him being within 120?
He's exactly at 120. I just counted out squares.
Perfect. I'm going to...
I'm so good at my job.
I'm going to put him in a free-floating sphere. Wall of force.
Is that what you want to do?
I'm trying to knock him into the river.
But if he's
I
in
mean,
a sphere or wall of force, then he's just being suspended inside the wall of force.
Yeah,
To
but
like drop the wall of force.
Sure,
Yeah.
but what if you instead... What if you instead wrapped your wall of force around the bridge, which when it cuts across him, you can set him on the outside of it, And there's no way he can grab the side of the wall of force. It's smooth, right? Am I wrong?
I mean, it's still solid. Like, you could walk on it, like you
Yeah.
did for a bridge.
And his feet are just adhering to the bridge, so I'm assuming it's something he's got like a magic shoes or something that let him walk on a surface. That was my only hesitation about just putting a barrier between him and the bridge, was that he might just end up adhered to the barrier instead.
Alright, do it your way.
So that was my plan. I could, however,
Is there any kind of saving throw for a bubble?
nope,
Okay, he's bubbled.
he's bubbled.
Would you like to stop concentrating on the bubble?
How can I stop concentrating as a free action?
You can stop concentrating at any point. It doesn't even have to be your turn. Because you
Perfect.
lose concentration from being hit. So it's like... Here's something that requires 0 time.
Then I lose concentration.
Alrighty.
Please tell me he falls into the river.
So I need to...
I'm a fucking asshole, guys. I feel so dirty.
I like that it tells
Alright,
you
so he
how
takes
thick
75 damage.
75? That would kill me right now.
So dirty.
Alright, he's not fully dead if you want to leave him in death saving throws. Well, otherwise he's dead. His hit points are 0.
Damn.
I can't really do anything about it.
mean-
Okay.
If you want to give him death saves, you can. Otherwise, he's dead.
Yeah, I don't care one way or the other. He can just be dead.
Alright, he's dead.
Although it could be more interesting to let him be in death saving throws. If he survives, he could come back to haunt us. But regardless, I don't care. He can die if he wants to die.
Alright. And that will be it for today. We will pick up next time with Roland.
That's me.
Lehman's tiny hut is gone. Sorry, Dragonborn. It's gonna be fine though.
You say that.
It's gonna be fine. If I want to, I can bubble the caster too while I have a while we kill the other two.
I already know what I'm doing for my turn.
And hindsight,
Like Wall of Force.
it's too late for me to do it, but I forgot to double check the sheet, see if either of them had counterspell.
Hmm.
What? So, that took too long, so I'm not doing it this time
Ouge
regardless,
beige.
but I should definitely check for next time.
Alright, then we will pick it up next time with me.
Mario.
It's a me.
Rolling.
Alright. Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Oh,
Nice work.